Gasol with the steal. Outside Curry. On defense, the West. On. Aldridge with it. Thompson.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, this is what he took.
From deep, Harden. They get it back. Aldridge, the pass to Thompson. Harden outside, launches it. Again, the miss by Harden. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Attempt. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
They get it again. Out to Thompson. He feeds it to Curry. Launches a three.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And so here are the West All-Stars. Still without a basket in the game. Again, Curry missing.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Aldridge dishes to Curry. Again, Curry missing.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game and he still hasn't registered a single point.
And here's Anthony for three, and it's James Harden with the rebound.
Great job right there to body him up and affect the trajectory of that shot.
Yeah, that was definitely a forced miss, Clark. He couldn't get off the shot he wanted.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And here's Lowry. James Harden getting it to go from deep.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Lillard's checked in for the West. Lowry inside the line. And the shot falls short this time.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often. They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
The East making a switch. Korver's checked in. Gasol with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen by Thompson. Aldridge, no one around him. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Here's Korver for three. And it's good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Lillard kicks to Harden. The three. Aldridge down low. Back to Lillard. Out to Thompson. From deep three-point range. Shot is no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Anthony, no one around. Gasol passes to James. Gasol dishes to Wall. From deep three-point range. Lillard with the rebound.
He's not the best three-point shooter, and from that range, no way. That's a bad shot.
Needless to say, and I'm saying it anyway, he doesn't fit that description.
Now, here is Harden. Tries again. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Harden's got 5 now. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
And some changes here for the East. Chris Bosh is checked in for Korver. And it's Lowry in for John Wall. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Gasol. Duncan comes in for Thompson. Russell Westbrook in for James Harden. And Paul subbed in for Damian Lillard. Paul with the ball. Lowry picks him up. No good off the front iron. The East All-Stars on offense. It's tipped and stolen by Aldridge. 1:16 left to play here in the first, and he recovers it. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
It's like he's just trying to showcase his range, but he could probably get a better shot in that possession.
Yeah, he sure could. It doesn't do you any good if you miss it from that deep.
Now Duncan, following the miss by Chris Bosh from deep. Duncan can't hit. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That's good. Westbrook's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here are the East All-Stars, trailing by 2. Anthony kicks to LeBron. There's the 3. That one goes. Count.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Paul can't get it to go.
I like the defense, guys. Really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Nowitzki inside with 4 seconds on the clock, and the shot is good.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far and what the East All-Stars are doing?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they've built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. We've got Damian Lillard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Duncan. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Drills the 3-pointer. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook with a wide open look, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Westbrook's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point land tonight. 3-pointer, Butler. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Durant, the pass to Westbrook. Shoots a 3. Millsap grabs the miss. And here are the East All-Stars now. 4-point game. And it's Butler with the jam.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Now, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Millsap. LeBron comes in for Butler. Anthony's checked in for Al Horford. And Irving subbed in for Jeff Teague. It's deflected. Stolen by Durant. And they're running. Here's Gasol. Anthony against Cousins. On the wing, Harden. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Korver.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Irving can't get it to go.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Well, he's watching his club miss a lot of shots that they normally make, and that has to be frustrating. So I think he's going to call this timeout just to try to see if they can be more aggressive, get them to the free throw line.
Sometimes that's the best solution for them, but ultimately I think they'll be able to shoot themselves out of this slump. But in the meantime, maybe getting to the free throw line will help.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Durant with it. Gasol covering. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. And Gasol slams it in.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
Durant just inside the line. Again, Durant missing.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
2 from Lillard. No luck. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. LeBron's got 5 now.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Durant with another miss.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
No, I agree. He's got to know better than that. Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
3-pointer, Lillard. Here's Cousins, and the officials call a traveling violation. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for LeBron. Millsap comes in for Pau Gasol. And John Wall subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the West. Curry comes in for Damian Lillard. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Well, they were getting run ragged out there. Good time for a timeout. Maybe it was even too late, but this club has to regroup now.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty, and they definitely needed to take a minute to talk things over.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Irving can't get it to go.
Tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars. Now Irving. Pass to Bosh. Fade away. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 5 now.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Irving attacking. Pass to Millsap. Now the feed to Bosh. Stolen by Durant. Outside Curry. Launches the 3. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Bosh has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Wall's shot is off. Millsap with the steal. The drive by Anthony, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's Curry with the 3.
Boy, this is painful to watch. He can't get one to go down. Really having trouble finding his game here in this half.
Harden has a wide open look. Offensive rebound outside for Durant. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Curry's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the West All-Stars. Irving for 3. It's rebounded by the West. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's Curry outside. And it's Irving with the rebound.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
A big group substitution here for the East. Al Horford, he's checked in for Millsap. Butler comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for John Wall. And it's Teague in for Irving. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Duncan, he's checked in for Durant. Nowitzki comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Russell Westbrook's checked in for James Harden. And it's Paul in for Steph Curry. Outside Lowry. He got it up. Oh, he put it down!
It'll count.
What a shot!
I think that one was
at
good.
The buzzer!
A huge 3 to cut it close going to halftime. It's still anyone's ball game.
And the first half. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Take a look at what Curry's done. He's got 8 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. And so here are the West All-Stars. They lead by 1. Chris Bosh is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Irving. And it's Anthony in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. And here's Thompson. And here's Harden for 3. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And here are the East All-Stars now. The wide open look here for Anthony. The kick out to Irving. Shoots the 3. That's good. Irving's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the East All-Stars. And here's the West with the ball. Trailing by 2. Curry. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And here are the East All-Stars now. Thompson with the block.
Well, they need a shot or 2 to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
From deep. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And here's James outside. James with another miss.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Harden, no good.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defending with it. Move the ball, share the sugar. No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the results.
And I like the choice, making the conservative finish, making sure of the 2 points. Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Wide open shot is on the money. LeBron's got 7 points. And here we go with Steph Curry. He's got 10. Here's Aldridge. Back to Curry. From outside the arc. And the basket good. 13 points in the game.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Gasol, and the layup's good off the glass. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. 7 lead changes already.
Anthony can't hit. And it's the West All-Stars ball. It's a 1-point game.
Beautiful awareness to find a teammate behind the defense in transition.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's Anthony again missing.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of. The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done. Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Curry with it. He's got 13. For the 3. And that one's good. Curry's got the lead up to 4 now for the West All-Stars.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And here's LeBron outside. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. New players in now for the East. Now the East All-Stars with it. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Just under... Three and a half minutes played here in the third quarter. Fires for 3. Shot is off. Wall with some nice defense. Korver dishes to Wall. And there's a nice one-handed slam. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
Three-pointer, Butler. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. That's now 8 points for Butler.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assist as a measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 1. And it's Paul missing. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense because now you can't account for everybody when the ball is moving so quickly.
Ball is doubled. Here's Cousins, and he banks in the layup.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitation. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And here comes LeBron. 10 points for him. Here's Anthony. West All-Stars with the rebound. Durant's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's just been one of those days for him. He has really struggled. I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Count that one. The East All-Stars lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Paul. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. Anthony nowhere around. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Durant wide open. He fires. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lowry kicks to Gasol. To the paint. Anthony against Westbrook. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Dishes it to Anthony. Uncovered. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Nowitzki, that's for 2. And it's Gasol with the rebound. LeBron outside. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got Marc Gasol. Harden out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Thompson in at the 3.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high-percentage looks.
Millsap with the steal. To the inside, stolen by Thompson. Lillard against T. And Lillard kicks to Harden. From deep. Knocks it loose. 4 on the clock. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. Lillard misses. here are the East All-Stars now. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
The dish to Aldridge. Tries yet again. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Timeout called, East All-Stars.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court, so I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there, so take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
New players in now for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gasol. And Steph Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. 6-point game. Back to Thompson. Here's Curry. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Cousins, the pass to Curry. Anthony with the block, but he recovers it. Outside Curry. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half. Here's Lowry. Irving kicks to LeBron. Six to shoot. For the 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. Curry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's the East with the rebound.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. The West All-Stars on D, trailing by 4. That's good. And that's 11 points for Carmelo Anthony.
That's more like it. It's 9 points for him coming off 3-pointers in this half.
And the West All-Stars with possession. No coverage that time. And that's now 21 points for Steph Curry. Timeout called, East All-Stars. Now for the West. Marc Gasol's checked in for Cousins. Duncan comes in for Klay Thompson. Russell Westbrook's checked in for James Harden. And Paul's subbed in for Steph Curry. And that one's good.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his 2nd this half.
And here comes Paul. The half-court bomb falls off target. Here's LeBron. It's offline from half court.
That's flat out embarrassing.
Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here. Oh! How did that go in?
Unbelievable.
And the West All-Stars have possession. It's a 10-point game. Paul missing again.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though. Seems like he's gotten every single rebound today.
Glass eating at its finest. I mean, you're not going to see a guy with 20-plus boards too often. That's an impressive number.
And he gets it to go. That's now 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
No good from Duncan. And here's the East. Here's James. Lowry has the open look. It's Lowry again missing. And here comes Westbrook. Puts up a three. Duncan outside. Bullseye.
They probably would like to get their points on the first shot, no doubt, but they keep chasing down their misses.
Well, they're being successful at it, but, you know, at the other end, they're vulnerable in transition if they don't get that rebound, so we'll see how they continue to play it.
And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 6, and Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now the East All-Stars with it, and it's Irving missing.
It's going to take something special, maybe a miracle for them to come back right now.
How about a little luck?
I don't like throwing up long-range threes at this point. You've got to get better looks to try to close this gap.
That's good. And that's 15 points for LeBron.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points. I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
John Wall's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Klay Thompson comes in for Duncan. And it's Harden in for Russell Westbrook. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Paul, no one around him. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's a huge shot.
And that put a hush over the crowd.
Yeah, the volume's been turned down in this building in a big hurry.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And some changes here for the East. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Gasol. Wash comes in for Anthony, and it's Kyrie Irving in for John Wall.
Urgent possession here, Clark. They need a basket.
No doubt about it, Steve. They need quick, efficient scoring.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Both teams will make substitutions. From deep, Harden. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
He saw that one was going long, and he tracked it down.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. 15 foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Showing off a very smooth stroke at the free throw line right there.
Here's Curry. Some solid defense there from Irving. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to fall. So the
Don't nobody speak to me no more. I wanna hear, but can't hear when you call. Do you really mean it, or have I just seen a miss a point? Whatever it is, it's bringing me to boiling point. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all comes down. And I know it's peripheral and completely missable, but nice thin silence. And the odd siren that would otherwise be all I hear. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. I beg to hear you when you call. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down. It makes no sense at all to me. It makes no sense at all to me. It makes no sense at all. Reach out and slither under my skin. Slide under me. Go straight to the black hole within. Now I hear you talking some nonsense. And I know it's peripheral and completely missable, but not to their silence. And the odd siren that would otherwise be all I hear. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. I beg to hear you when you call. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's time for NBA basketball on to the Chicago Bulls. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Grant is out there with Cartwright. Then there's Pippen. That's John Paxson, and it's Jordan in at the 2 guard. Dives for it, picked his pocket. Pippen against Paxson. And it's Pippen missing.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Now here's Pippen. Longley, a screen on Pippen. Shot's good by Pippen. On defense, the Bulls. It's a 5-point game. The drive by Jordan. Here's Grant. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Well, the defense backs off a little bit because he does not shoot the ball well from the three-point line.
And he gets it to go.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Chicago on defense. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls. He said that as long as they move the ball and don't get baited into bad shots, their offense should carry them in this game. He said, we have a lot of guys that can fill it up. As long as we can mix up what we show them, we'll always find a way to get points. Let's see if they can vary their looks to get good shots, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. As we might have guessed, their offensive strategy playing heavily into their approach here, guys.
Well, that's kind of their identity as a team. This is a club that likes to score, that likes to really move the ball and execute. And that's how they're able to win games.
But if that's their main focus, Steve, they need to get it going right away. If they don't get into a good rhythm early, then things could start to fall apart.
Now Rodman. Scottie Pippen missing from long range. Offline from the top of the key.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
The offensive rebound. And it's Pippen missing.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times.
Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
the world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip and soft to hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher, call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that jack. On or off the track, I'm heavy cuz ball to your fathers, you can duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry my love, but I'm seeing through these eyes. Benz convoys with the wagon on the side. Only big boys keep deuces on the ride. Gucci Chuck Taylor with the dragon on the side. Man, I make a buck, why scram? I'm trying to show y'all who the I am. The Jews is flirting me if I'm hurting. Legend in 2 games like I'm Pee Wee Kirkland. Platinum on the block with consistent hits. While Pharrell keep talking this music. Patty cake, I'm the baker's man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can. And you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then disguise it as rap so the feds back up. Watch it, like my whip, like my chick. Doing a $1.6 with me in the cockpit. Grinding, cousin, I got 4 dozen, even 11.5. If I see you, keep it coming. In my weight, that's just as heavy as my name. So much dough, I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got me full of myself. Cocky, something that I just can't help. Especially when them 20s is spinning like windmills. And the ice 32 below minus the wind chill. Filthy, the word that best defines me. I'm just grinding, man. Y'all never mind me. I keep in a line, better stay in line with. You see it like me shining, grinding. You know what I keep in a line, better stay in line with. You see it like me shining. My grind's about family, never been about fame. Them days I wasn't able, there was a
Turn everything up. All levels. All levels. Shake it right now. Is that a 2-track?
Missy be the name and y'all should already know. I've been around long as Scarface, so shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, she, yeah. Let me grab the microphone and I'ma take it away. Every time I spit, I blow 1 or 2 speakers. Top model diva, but my name not Eva. Yeah, I bring fever, rocking classic Adidas. I'm straight off the heater, ripping needles off the meter. Here I go, flip my flow. Back it up, then I drop it low. It's a must, cause I'm dangerous. I'll be a hustle on the bus for me. I talk, did a stutter. 2005 MCs in trouble. The rougher cover hide under your covers, cause you gon' need more protection than them. Missy finna spit just simply wrong. Misdemeanor always make MCs feel small. Stick you on the table with a plastic cup. Say grace. Yeah. Now my keep it simple every time I flow. If you step to me, I shall throw blows. Raise up black guys, break nose. I ain't about talking, I lay them down.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago Bulls. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, Rodman is out there with Longley. Then there's Harper. Then it's Jordan. And it's Pippen in at the 3 slot.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Chicago with the ball. It's a 3-point game.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Here's Rodman. Connects on the open Jay.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this